Okay, cheers to Teal and Scott.
Cheers to Teal and Scott. We wanted to reintroduce ourselves. For those that are new to YouTube, I guess this is a first introduction.
I'm Teal Davison, and that's
Wendy Scott. We met in a workout class about a year ago.
Portland, Oregon. And we started talking about occupations and what each other do, and she was starting her design business, and I had been in design, and I said, well, I can help you. We can talk design. And within a week, it was a decision to try to kick off something together. And we've noticed where we're different and where we're alike and how we come together and make a great duo. So it's been great.
So the moment that I knew Teal would be a great partner for me and my vision for the future was when she jumped out of her seat at the restaurant we were at and started doing push-ups on the ground. And she didn't care, you know,
because
people
I was
were
excited
around.
or something.
Yeah, you're really excited. But just that passion, that excitement, the no fear, don't care what people think, like that I love.
Yeah, and I mean, we're different age groups in case you couldn't tell. But I think one reason why I wanted to work with Wendy is because every generation brings like different expertise and different ideas. And instead of working with someone that was exactly like me, I mean, we're definitely soul sisters, we're very alike, but we're different age groups. You know, I'm 50s area and she's
not quite 50.
No, but 50s area is like, I'm definitely squeaking, itching right in there. You know, you are 30s, and I think that different generation, like the different opinions and the different exposure and the different experiences coming together, it's a great mix because we can talk to your age group and my age group and somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, and the magic has been, we have our own unique styles and we approach projects differently, which is great. You know, it's good to have diversity, but at the end of the day, we do have similar taste and similar style, and we know what we like, and we know how to make clients' homes look good. Like, we trust each other.
Yeah, we trust each other.
Decisions, which is great.
We have this thing called a power hour. You can read about it on our website, but it's exactly what it sounds like. It's 1 hour where we provide consulting services to people to come into their house like Tasmanian devils. They choose one space, we address one space, and in that 1 hour, we give tangible, accessible ideas to how they can change their space. But what I've learned is how much we know, how many ideas we have, how many different ways to lay out a room, lay out a bookshelf, accessorize a coffee table, fluff a pillow, different ways that colors can work together. And the hardest, ding, 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 is working with the shit that people have in their home and making it better. Most houses that we walk into are like, whoa doggy, what the hell are we gonna do in here? And we have to muster up enthusiasm. We have to muster up, hey, listen, this is what we were dealt with. And we have done a good job of making those spaces turn out better than when we left.
And I think part of that is both of us are very optimistic. We see potential in everything that we do.
Yeah, from a dark, dingy cabin to a bright, light, boring,
we can
fabricated
see the vision
house.
for how things should come together, and we move so fast.
Yeah,
we move so fast.
Which is great because for value wise, if we only have an hour, we get a lot done. But I think Wendy and my big picture is that, you know, we'd really like to be able to have the experience of the power hour transcend into social media platforms like YouTube and Instagram to give people a way to, you know, have our tips, help them, give themselves a power hour, have them say, oh my gosh, this is how they said style a bookshelf, or this is what items they thought were great for gift giving, or this is a great way to lay out a coffee table. We want to be a duo that people turn to for good, accessible, fun advice and how to make your home better than when you left it.
So I'm from Yakima, Washington, married with 2 small kids, 4 and 5 years old. And I started my career in marketing and design and then moved more into human resources, recruiting for companies like Nike and Tesla and tech startups. And the whole time I was doing that, behind the scenes, we were remodeling our house from the ground up. Every wall in our home, we took down to the studs. Love the design process. Being a graphic designer, I found this really, really strong passion for interiors. And
you had fun.
Yeah, so much fun. And so when I left the workforce, I put all my energy into figuring out what I wanted to do next that was part of my passion. And I found it, styling and interiors.
And I'm from Madison, Wisconsin and Minnesota. I'm a child of an interior designer mother and a father who was in haberdashery design. So he was in men's apparel design. So I definitely had a lot of, you know, home, nest, aesthetic, interiors was rubbing off on me, but it was never a passion of mine. It was never an interest really that I even thought I would ever follow. I moved on to work in different fields, and most recently was doing sports marketing and things with companies like Adidas, etc. And then bought my first house with my husband and remodeled it, and that was 16 years ago. And then started my own company and have been doing a lot of construction and remodeling and interiors since then. And I got to a place where I was really, you know, tired of working by myself and was looking for a collaboration and was looking for a partner and was looking for kind of another way to explore this field of design. And I think we've done a good job coming together and kind of merging our experiences and doing that. It's been a lot of fun. I would describe my personal style as what I call warm contemporary. Contemporary to me means cleaner lines, of the times. I try to kind of weave in trends that I think will be long lasting. And I always tell clients it's the worst day of design when I tell them this, and that is, we are remodeling your home, and in 10 years, you're gonna hate everything we chose. And they're like, what? I'm choosing this for life. I'm like, sorry, sweetie, you don't choose your closet for life, and you don't choose your kitchen faucet for life either. There are a lot of decisions in the home that you can make that are long lasting, but I feel like my design style is warm contemporary, that, you know, we do try to make it long lasting. I try to go a little bit lighter with pops of color. So what makes me feel good is a bright, lots of natural light, lots of artificial light, dimmed. I like to bring a feeling and a thought and a comfort and a zen to my room with different textures and maybe a pop of color. I think that has to do with, you know, your personality is so big that maybe your spaces, you like to be a little bit calmer, and I've never really thought about that or articulated it, but it is.
My own style, I would say, is somewhat similar to yours, where it's more contemporary, but I'm definitely more colorful.
Yeah.
And I'm more eclectic.
Yeah.
I like putting really interesting pieces together, or different pieces of art that you'd never expect on a wall clustered together. I love texture.
But I would say that your ability to put eclectic items together and the ability to do that is a major skill set. Like, I am not as good at that, and a lot of people are not good at that. So making it all come together is what designers do, right? And I can do that to a certain level, but I think where you really shine is, you know, getting the space and having the, you know, plant trickle down and getting a unique item to represent your personality or something sentimental. I love how you bring that all together, and that is an absolute skill set, and hopefully we can do a good job of teaching people how to do that while you're teaching me. Well, we definitely love an accent chair because it brings a lot of fun to a space, right? And there's so many to choose from. Accent chairs for Wendy and I are kind of like shoes to an outfit. Like, you can have a black dress and you can put a banging heel or kitten heel on, and it will look, it changes the whole outfit. Same thing with the room.
Yeah, I mean, think about the accent chair. You could have one that's a colorful chair. You could have whatever color wood. You could have a fun pattern on it. You could have boucle. You could have...
Who knows? The sky's the limit.
An antique chair.
And you can recover the chair. That's what's so cool, is like purchasing a really beautiful wood chair with an upholstered seat and back. That can change over your life. I have a chair from my great-grandfather that is like carved wood and like old Fannie Mae. And I have updated that to design within reach, gorgeous fabric that now is like of the times, contemporary. And I've warmed it up, And that's why the chair is such a cool thing. It's a lot harder to do on a huge sofa, right? Like sofa structures changes, and the reupholstery is one thing, but like the innards of the sofa and the fill, it's a whole different beast. The chair is like tangible and manageable. So if you can invest in a great chair that you love, that can grow with you, it's a good investment.
For sure.
I think what's going to be really fun for people to follow along is to see all the things that we know that are so common knowledge to us that we will be able to share throughout our interactions with clients, with power hours, with consultants, and with large projects. Even to this day, we have so much on Instagram that is teaching you about how to style a bookshelf and how do you approach where you put a niche to store product in your bathtub.
What hooks to buy, what knobs to choose.
How do you choose lighting,
how
a light
to layer
bulb.
your pillows, light bulbs.
Yeah.
I mean, everything. And just how to cover your furniture. Grab a custom piece of glass. I think that's obvious to some, but not everybody. Our tricks about books.
Yeah.
Book spines.
Taking off the book cover to expose a clean, colorful spine, and how to use those in styling.
Yeah.
I think what's to come is, you know, hopefully there'll be little nuggets that people in different experiences in their life will be able to glean out, whether they're working on styling a coffee table or whether they're approaching a large remodel. Hopefully some of the tips and tricks we have will make it accessible and they'll feel like they have a designer right there in their home.
And if you have questions that you want us to answer, the best way is to DM us on Instagram and we will get back to you within 48 hours max.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
And then, or you can go to our website and send us a message through there.
So please follow along, give us feedback on the things that you love that we're talking about, even give us feedback on the things you don't love so much. But we'd love if you'd comment below and tell us what you want to hear.
Yeah, we want to hear from you. We want to hear the questions you have. We want to hear the projects you're working on or the area in your house that you're working on and how we can help you. That will be some great back and forth dialogue in the comments below.
Like and subscribe. Thanks for tuning in and listening to us ramble.
Yeah, I'm done being interesting. All done. All done.